Welcome to my channel Heavenly Life. I know it can be really scary if you are just standing there and you're focusing on that which makes you feel afraid. Maybe God already told you to jump out of that airplane, to take that leap of faith, but you're just waiting. You're just waiting because it looks scary. You're just waiting because you think God will do something. But God has already told you to just jump. God has already told you to take that step. And you just have to trust Him. I believe I speak to a lot of people who will have this moment in this year of 2026, or already have this moment, like I said before, and who are just waiting on God, but God is waiting on you. And as I speak about that which He has revealed to you, the steps that He has revealed to you to take. But you're just waiting on Him, and He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you to trust Him fully, to fully surrender to Him everything. Because, this jump is scary. But if you believe that God has prepared everything on the ground for you, even you feel like you have no parachute, you have no plan B, how can you survive this? And I believe there are a lot of flies here surrounding me. I believe Joshua was in a similar moment. I mean, imagine, God says, Moses is dead. Now it's your turn, Joshua. You have to bring the whole nation Israel into the promised land. You have now to lead, even when before you were the one that was serving Moses, you were the one that was just following, but now you have to take the lead. That's kind of a jump out of an airplane. I mean, a whole nation now will follow me? They will look up to me? Maybe you are saying, I'm too young for this, God. I'm too young for this. Maybe you're saying, I don't want to take the jump. I'm too young to die. I'm too young to die. I have no parachute, God. But I'm telling you, God is the parachute. And if you believe that He has prepared everything for you on the ground, like Joshua, I mean, in English, God understands this. He knows when we feel afraid, He knows that, He knows how important it is that we understand that we really can trust Him. And that's why, what did He say to Joshua right before he was about to cross over into the promised land? God told him, don't be afraid, You are courageous. You are a bold guy. You are courageous. Don't be afraid. I'm with you everywhere you go. I'm with you. And He didn't only tell him this one time or two times. No. I really believe that He told him to not be afraid, to be bold and courageous, like 4 times. 4 times. Like, I believe 2 or 3 times God said it directly. And I think the 4th time He spoke through the people, And imagine Joshua Joshua, he's just standing there like a young guy. And now he's just having this moment. Like this moment of maybe he can't even believe that God is serious about this. Is God serious about that? Do I really have to jump? Do I really have to lead the people now? Is God really serious about this? Because I feel like I'm dying even before the jump, you know? Maybe this is how I feel like sometimes. We feel like we are dying even before taking that leap of faith, taking that step into the unknown. But God told him to be bold and courageous, to not be afraid, because he knew that he needs this encouragement. And I want to give you this encouragement because you are bold, you are courageous. You are not afraid anymore. You're not afraid anymore to take that step. You're not afraid anymore to just jump out of the airplane because you know that God has prepared everything on the ground for you. You will not die, but you will surely live. And you will have abundant life. This is what I sense so much in the Spirit, that for those that really take that jump, you will have life and life more abundantly. How Jesus promised us. Because you followed him. Because you risked a lot, okay? Jesus said, whoever gives his own life for him will gain it. You will gain abundant life. And I don't just say, I'm not just speaking about financial, I'm speaking about a life of fulfillment, Maybe the first steps, they are scary, And I believe it was the same for Joshua. Joshua again. Joshua, maybe he was thinking about it, I can imagine he was thinking about it like, oh man, not me, But I believe after these words of God, they touched his heart so deeply that he knew who he already was, Or better to say, he noticed who he already has been all the time. He was courageous already. He was bold already. He was not afraid. But he just needed this confirmation from God. He needed this confirmation from God for who he already was. Yes, I think, or rather I believe that he knew that he made stuff already that really needs boldness, okay? But he didn't see himself like God saw him. God saw him that he is courageous and not afraid. He is bold. And I believe this changed everything in his mind. This living words of God, not only knowing that he made things that were crazy, but now God confirming this, yes, you are bold and courageous, so do not be afraid. And I believe this changed everything in his heart. It changed everything in his heart, then in his mind. He was not thinking about who he was in the past anymore. I believe to people now, I believe that I speak to people now that, are not so busy thinking about the past anymore, From this moment, Joshua left his past. He left who he was. And now he lived in this identity, fully in the identity that God just confirmed to him. I want to confirm to you today, you are bold and courageous. You are not afraid. You will just take this step. You will take the step that's necessary. You will just jump out of that airplane without thinking twice, without just standing there, because you know God is with you. And the people of that nation, Israel, they told Joshua, as long as God is with you, we will obey you. We will do whatever is necessary. As long as God is with you, And Joshua didn't need to show that God is with him, but God showed this through what happened after. God showed the people that he is with him. So the people were following him because they knew God is with him. They knew now. And they obeyed. So whatever steps you take, you don't need to show the people that God is with you. You don't need to do something that the people will know that, God is really working everything to your good. Maybe it will be people in your team. Maybe it will be just other Christians, Whatever it is that God told you to do, the people will follow you. You can be assured that God has prepared everything. It will not take the same effort, as you thought. It will not take the same effort as before for things to just be accomplished, for things to just take place. It will not take the same effort. This is just what I feel in spirit right now to just share with you. It's not the same as in the past. Don't look back into the past, but look into what God is building right now. Into what God has already started in you. Because the great work that he has started, he will finish. But you just have to be obedient. You just have to take the steps. That's everything that you need to do now. Just be obedient to him. The people will see. They will see the one inside of you. They will see that you are not the guy who does all the miraculous stuff. They will see that you are not the guy who has everything under his control, but they will see the hand of God rising over your life. They will see that God is with you. They will see that whatever comes against you, doesn't matter how big the giants are, Joshua had to face the giants. He had to face Jericho. But it was not out of his strength. It will not be out of your strength. But it will be like it was with Jericho when he followed God in obedience. The whole nation was obedient to him. We're walking 7 times around Jericho, and on the last day, no, I believe 6 times, right? And on the 7th time, they made 7 rounds in obedience. And then Jericho fell. And the giants were taken over by smaller people. So much smaller people than the giants. Because the real giant was living inside of the small people. So don't look at yourself, because you are not doing it yourself, but just let God do it for you. And that's why I'm speaking about that it will be so much more without your own effort as in the past, because in the past you just got used to do things so much in your own effort, but now it will just flow. Now it will just flow out of the abundant life that God has prepared for you there. Now it will just flow out of the abundance of God's treasures that He has prepared for this moment. And again, I'm not just speaking about financial stuff. I'm speaking about so much more than just this. It can be a part of this for you if God has prepared you in this area of life, but maybe for others it can be something really different. Everybody has his own important task that God has given to him or to her. Your task is important. That's why you will go and you will conquer. You will conquer and you will take back what the enemy has stolen from us. He has stolen so much souls in the past that God has planned for them to serve Him, but they choose the dark side. So much people choose the dark side, but now God will plunder hell with you. Now we will conquer and take back the health, finances. You will take back all the time that the enemy has stolen, because the time has come to take back. And this is what I sense now and sensed before, that this is the year of your comeback. This is the year of taking back what was stolen, and the year of restoration, radical restoration. No eye has seen, no ears have heard what God has prepared for those that love Him. And you will see it, you will encounter that, what God has provided for you already on the other side. When you take that jump, and you will do it in obedience, because you are now courageous, you are now bold, and you're not afraid anymore. It's just not you anymore. Don't even think about it, because it's your past. Paul said, we leave behind what is behind us, and we look at that which is before us. So forget your past, forget the former things, because God has done new things, and you will go now into the new. Forget the past, let it behind you. Bury it. Okay, don't bury the things that you have learned, of course, because I believe God has taught you a lot in the past, but bury the past you, because it is already done. You don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to just give the enemy one room, just one room of doubt. Give him no room. Give him no room for doubts, but speak to yourself. Encourage yourself in what I have already told you. That you are bold and courageous. You will conquer with the strength of God. You will conquer and plunder the camp of the enemy. We will do this. We will do this. It's done. We will be living and fighting out of that which is already done. Jesus has already died on that cross. He has released everything that we need. Everything is prepared. You will see it. Just believe it. You will receive it. In the name of Jesus. Amen.